Yo, what's up, boys? It's your boy Sorbes, and welcome back to another video. Now, today I'm going to be telling you guys the story of the time I forged my parents' signatures. But yeah, guys, sit back, grab a bev, and enjoy. Now, this story took place back in 7th grade, so 2017. And before this, I actually forged my parents' signatures a lot, especially for reading logs and shit. I was never really that good at it, but I never gotten caught somehow. So, my 7th grade year, I had this one English teacher that I just did not fucking like. I absolutely hated him. Most of my teachers actually in 7th grade I didn't like. There's only like one I got along with. That's because I was a little bitch in 7th grade. Well, really everyone is. I was just a whole nother fucking level. I go back through my Snapchat memories of like when I was in 7th grade and my Instagram archive when I was in 7th grade, and I just fucking cringe and just hate myself for that, for like what I posted back then. It's just so fucking stupid. I'm sure a lot of you could relate to that. But I had this one super strict English teacher. Go to show you how strict he was. This is what he did. On his clock, put like a piece of paper over it so you couldn't see the time, and wrote on it, "What time is it? Question mark. Time for you to get back to work." And that shit used to piss everyone off in that class so much. And I remember I was like one of the only kids that always wore a watch, like an Apple Watch. So everyone, like every 2 minutes, was just asking what time it was, and I got so fucking annoyed from it. But yeah, he would like if you talked a little bit in that class, he would fucking scream at you. Every quarter, so half of a semester, we would have this reading log that he would expect us to like fill out and read a certain amount of time every fucking day and shit. And obviously, I didn't do that. I barely fucking read. So for the first quarter, I didn't do it, but I filled it out like lying and just had my mom sign it because she knew I didn't fucking read it either. After like my school literally did it up till 7th grade, so after about like 3rd grade, she knew I was just lying. She just didn't give a fuck, so she would just sign it for me if I just filled out like just fake shit I read. I somehow managed to do the first two like with having just my mom fill it out, and then the third quarter comes around, like the end of the 3rd quarter, and I completely forgot about it. And he was one of these teachers where if you forgot it like one day, he wouldn't take it, or if he would, it would be like half off. So I was like, oh fuck. And it was like 100-point assignment. It was like a third of our fucking grade. I was like, oh fuck, I cannot do this. And back then I was really bad at fake sicking. I can't fake sick, and my mom's at work and all this other shit, so I was like, oh fuck me. So I had the class 4th period, and my 3rd period class I had art class. Now this packet was fat as fuck. It was like 3 months, and so you would have to go through each day and write like you have to write the entire fucking book name, the author. If you don't write, like, if you like miss one, like, and forget to write the author, he takes off like 2 points each time. So basically you got to make this shit like almost perfect. So I spent all of my art class just filling it out, and then one of these kids that came up with me, who was in the same class as me, he was like, he really just didn't give a fuck. He's like, bro, I would not forge your parents' signature. I was like, why? He's like, he's gonna find out. But now I was like, nah, I'm good at it, cause like I thought I was good at it then. But yeah, me being a stupid ass 7th grader and not taking into account and realizing, oh shit, he's gotten caught with it. I was like, nah, I'm good at it. I'll get away easily, cause I had a fat ego back then. I was like, I'll do my mom's, cause that's like that would be like just the quickest one to do. But even though my dad's is way easier, my mom's is actually like neat and nice. I don't know what I was thinking back then, but keep in mind he already has the past 2, which has my mom's real signature on it. So when I turned it in, it was pretty easy to realize that shit was fucking forged. I remember I kept like showing people, like, yo, does this look real? Yo, does this look real? And I was like, no, it doesn't. I was like, fuck you, yeah, it does. I got so pissed at people. So come like, fuck, it was the same fucking day. I turned it in and I had Chinese. Fucking, I hate Chinese. I'm in Spanish now. Our 7th grade year, we have a semester of Spanish and a semester of Chinese. I was just chilling in intro to Chinese. It was like 7th period. It was like I was just looking forward to come home until my fucking teacher, my English teacher, is literally right next door, walks through the door and he's like, can I see AJ? So my Chinese teacher's like, oh yeah, okay. So I do the slow walk of shame because I already knew what was coming, bro. I was like, oh, shiver me timbers. I remember one of my friends who was like in most of my classes that knew what I was doing. He's like, oh, he's fucked, and he just started laughing, and then I remember the English teacher saw him laughing. He's like, Bruce, why are you laughing? What's so funny? And he's like, oh, nothing, sir. So I slowly walk into the hall, close the Chinese door. He's one of these dramatic ass teachers. He's like a fucking r/I'm 14 and this is deep type teachers. And he like, I don't fucking know. He's like setting himself up for a dramatic fucking like opening. He's like, do you know the laws of fucking forged signatures and all that shit? I was like, no, not really. And then he like shows me the fucking paper all dramatic. He's like, well, it's highly illegal and you could go to jail for it. And like he started ranting about it. I was like, oh my god. He's like, you think you're so slick? This is not even that good of handwriting and all this other stuff. He's like, I told you need to practice. He actually used to yell at me for my handwriting. I have your mom's signature from the past too, and it looks nothing like it. All this other shit. So I just let him bitch and whine for the next like 2 minutes, because I learned over the years to just let your teachers do that. And once they finally calm down, and then you can just talk to them and, but. So after he calmed down, he's like, all right, time for your punishment. Like, this kid, he was such a fucking cringe ball. So he's like, this is what I want you to do. I want you tomorrow in my class, go out in the hall and write a letter to me and your parents about what you did, and then come back the next day with it signed and all this other shit. He was nice at that. Like, he was being nice to me at that point. After screaming and calming down, he's like, you gotta get it signed, and then you have to make sure your dad signs it as well, and then I'll sign it, and then you give it back to your parents. So I was like, why the fuck would I give it back to them after I fucking signed it? So I was like, alright, whatever. So I wish I still had it. I should have kept it. I remember, like, fucking at the beginning of the school year, freshman year, I fucking found it in one of my bags. I just threw it away. So I just write a half-ass fucking letter during his class. I make sure I took up the entire period of his class because I did not want to be in there. So I was just chilling out in the hall, and people just walk by and just start talking to them about what I did. So you're fucking retarded. You shouldn't have done that. Because everyone knows except me to not fuck with this teacher. But I decided to for some reason. So I come the next day. I hand it to him, and he signs it. I was like, okay. He's like, all right, now give it to your parents, have them sign it, and then come back the next day with me. I was like, okay. And then I remember at this point, my parents were actually in Vegas for a fucking convention. Well, my dad was for work, and then my mom just decided to tag along with him. So I was like, well, my parents are in Vegas right now, and like the only one watching us is like my oldest brother. He's like, oh, okay, when did they get back? And then I was like, next week. And he's like, okay, we'll have them sign it then, because they're actually in Vegas. So I wasn't lying. Apparently he just like believed me. I wouldn't even believed myself back then. When my parents come home, I just completely fucking forget about the letter and the entire situation. And he did, and my teacher did too somehow. Even though he's one of those teachers like, oh, organization is key. This little fucking nerd, he told us, he's like, I have a calendar of the past 3 years of everything we did that specific school day. I just remember that. So he's like one of those organization bitches. So I'm super surprised he forgot. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the story. If you guys didn't end up enjoying, leave a like. and subscribe if you are new. It really does help out the channel. Let me know if you ever gotten caught forging your parents' signature. We've all done it. But yeah, have a good day or night. See ya.